we had more yes, a friend told us about one of the fairs, and then we just started doing that actually one of the markets every year. And so that's been this year is going to be our 17th year there. And then just kind of started adding more events every year. Sienna just obviously has improved her skills, and her products are all different and more varied. And so it's been super fun trying to, well, continue to do all this for all these years actually.
So homeschooling is what brought this about to some degree. So that's a big statement for homeschooling and being an entrepreneur that it came from, just having a teacher who loved you and cared about you and wanted you to achieve, and also being crafty's not a good, a talented creator, I guess, Sienna.
Yeah, I think I mean, it was always I'm dyslexic, so that makes me more visual right off the bat. And I think it's really easy for me to be able to create things. Oh, Dana's here. Sorry, just a
That's
second.
okay.
Yeah, I have to. Um, and so I think that gave us enough time to kind of try different things. And I think for Sienna, yeah, like being more visual was very I don't know, just kind of have the freedom to try something that worked for her.
So, Marcella, are you crafty too? Do you craft a lot along with Sienna, or is it mainly Sienna?
I do too. We are, I think, a family of crafters. I remember my grandma crafting, and like she painted and sewed and baked and like really, and my mom does the same thing. She's very artistic. I mean, it is just incredible actually. And so I'm originally from Chile. And so every time we go see my family, we see my mom's art and things every she sews and embroiders, and we see them all in everybody's home. So
You
it's
ever sell
fun.
any of your mom's stuff?
Yeah, she's
My mom.
done like more gallery stuff. It's like beautiful things. It's not as it's definitely not, we're not mass produced, but we make more than she does. She works on one piece for years.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, she does like embroidery. So it's really kind of slow stitching, and um she used to knit, and like she still does, like
I think
pre-sewing and stuff.
the
And
difference when you're a family of doing it is that you have the materials around you all the time. So
Mhm.
when you're younger, you just start to use your imagination. And it's there, so you can have the ability to keep making more and try different things. And instead of um, some people that may or may like they might have a few colored papers and just a few pens, and that's great because it starts somewhere. But when you have a pile of paper and all these pens, you're not scared of trying and retrying over and over again. And so, yeah, we would always have fabric everywhere. And so it felt like, yeah, I'll just try it. Why not? I'm not using the one piece I have for some big project. So I think a lot of people get stuck on that. Oh, I'm saving this piece for this project and I haven't found it yet. Where if you just have it all over, you're like, oh, I'm just going to try that idea I have. And
Yeah.
all of our stuff is, well, my things are because they're toys. I do remember I make things that we used to play with, my brother and I. So I just keep trying new things because I have the materials there and I'm lucky that I do. And but it
Can you
makes
hold
me
up a few of those of your products just so people can see what we're talking about?
yeah, well, these are the bigger pieces I can't really hold up, but these are little gnomes, little mushroom gnomes. Something easy to hold up, but I do everything without faces and it's all with wool felt, so it's all natural and really open-ended. So kids can, they can be happy or sad or whatever the kid wants. It gives the ability to have the let the imagination go, I
Hmm.
guess. And there's no story. I kind of imagine all the toys I make as I give the maybe the scene and the as a book. I give the setup, the scene, and kids add whatever characters they want and whatever personalities and the
That
storyline.
story.
And all I give is the background, really. The
So how did you guys come up with the name Naturally Fun?
I I I don't know. I was trying to think how it was. We when we homeschool, um I'm very, I think I'm pretty flexible and loose even parenting, and so it was kind of always kind of like, let's have fun, like we can learn and still have fun. And I think um it felt like we always kind of strive for like using natural supplies. I mean, I think I in my background is in science, and I did ecology, and my husband the same. And so it's always like we've had like natural things. We're not limited to like just natural materials in our home, but it just felt like that was more natural, like to kind of just do that. So just playing around. And at the age of when we were writing blogs, I kind of started that kind of naturally fun days. And then when we started selling things, making things to sell, we just changed it to naturally fun shop.
Yeah.
And
And I think it's a like it is fun. Everything we make has a little element of fun. We never get, I mean, we get compliments all kinds, but I'd say well, I know the most often heard thing is, oh, these are so fun and they're happy and they're unique. But fun is always one of the first things. And I
yeah.
think it is important that everything you have in your life is fun. Like you should always say, have fun with everything. So
Have you
that's,
guys ever thought about making a curriculum on one of your products and maybe presenting that to the schools so that you could
um,
do something like a artist in residence thing? And have you
Mhm.
ever thought of that?
I have a lot of my inspiration does come from Waldorf inspired things, and they are all Waldorf inspired. And there's just a few books that I remember reading as a kid. And so I have thought about pairing the things I make that are inspired by some books that I used to read. Or
But
just like fairies in general, like any fairy book. I remember reading all the flower fairy books and being here in the Pacific Northwest, all like the pine cone fairies and the acorn fairies and the mushroom fairies, we actually get to see it. So it is cool that there's that connection. But
and then you also actually you do make things for teachers,
yeah,
like if they want, like you've done like a baseball field or a
yeah.
farm specifically, like you make.
If teachers want something specific, I have made it to their specifications. But that's different. I think I would love, I've thought about selling the book with a toy so that the kid could have the little book and the toy. And so as the mom reads it or the dad, it's like, they're playing with the toy or they have something physical along with the pictures from the book.
Because that's kind of what we did. I mean, we read a lot,
Yeah,
and then
it is. It
you
And you
definitely
could
comes from that.
you could take the English and the Hispanic or Latin or whatever you call Chile languages and do a little book that has the dual
Yeah.
linguistic, and then have the
Mhm.
craft. I mean, I'm an author, so
Okay.
Um,
I always think of the book. And so
yeah,
I think that
yeah.
would be a really cool thing to see you guys try. Maybe just something really small that you print yourselves and sell
Yeah.
along at the fair that has
Mhm.
maybe, the English fairy and then the Chilean word for fairy and have
Mhm.
your
Yeah.
little craft. I just think that would be so fun. And
Yeah.
we met at, I think the first time we met was at the Apple Festival that we had with the Northwest Danish Association.
Mhm.
And I thought your guys' crafts and just creations were so cute and fun that I wanted to share them with more people.
I know. Thank
And
you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
then
Thank
when you
you.
told me, Marcella, that you had your daughter was doing a lot of it, I thought, what a unique family business. And I'm just wondering if you could talk a little bit about how you went into business together. I mean, I know you started when Sienna was 6, but then how it actually grew into a business where you go around and do different fairs.
We started with one fair for actual multiple years, and it felt like that was kind of just kind of perfect. They're both, Sienna was 6 and my son was 3, and that was just enough kind of workload for the year. And then as
Well,
Sienna
especially
got
when you were
older,
homeschooling too.
yeah. And so when Sienna got older and wanted to make more things, then we started looking around like other schools that did markets and the holidays. And so, yeah, from there we got 2 and then 3. And really, we had an Etsy shop for a long time ago, but I didn't do a lot to it. We just kind of posted, but because it takes a lot of work to have your presence online. And so I think it was in 2020
Yeah,
when
it was in
we had more
2020
time.
when I had more time and I was a senior in high school. And that comes with all kinds of decision making, big decisions. So I think I had more time and I was getting better at things online. So I started working on the Etsy more and just deciding. I knew I was going to take a gap year after I graduated high school. And so I was like, well, this year we should just do as many as we can, as many markets as we can, because I wanted to try and see what I could do, see what, as far as I could push myself, I guess.
So
And
then, yeah, so
we
then
did.
we kind of looked around because of COVID. I think the school markets were closed, but then private ones kind of started, not on 2020, but 21.
Yeah.
And so we kind of stepped out of our comfort zone, like the school markets. And um,
Yeah, in 2021, there was a lot of the private markets, and so those ones were more publicized and more with a theme and more trendy, I guess. So the numbers we saw were very different from just a school.
I
And
think
so
a
I
different
think,
population, like
yeah,
different
it was
people
just reaching
came. And
different people. And that's when the push for small businesses really started, I think, because everything was changing. And I think for me it was like, oh, okay, so I we can do this. Like I've never really known what I wanted to do, like in terms of a desk job per se. Um, but it was fun to see that I could do what I loved and be able to make enough to do other things that I love. And for me, traveling is a really big one. And so if we can do it together, then we have flexible schedules because we're both in it together and neither one of us wants more than the other. Um, so we just work together and it gives it flexible everything really.
Mhm.
And it's nice that because we do the markets and they're all holiday, it is really only starting in October that we actually have to be here. I mean, we can travel and make things and get inspiration from traveling. And I think it's just worked really well for me. So it makes me want to push myself harder to grow. Um, but it also gives a great work-life balance because I'm not wanting to expand to online. So it's very limited in what I can do, the
So,
in-person
where is the
events.
next festival you guys are going to be doing in the upcoming months?
This weekend we have 3 this weekend. One is I don't know if you wanted to know the places, but yeah, we have like Oswego Farmers Market reunion, and also we'll be at the Baltic holidays. And then on Sunday we'll be at Portland Waldorf School, and then really in December we have quite a few.
Yeah, we
We
have
will
the
be
Scandinavian Festival.
Scan Fair will
Scan
Uh,
be
Fair.
there.
And
Yes.
is
yeah,
that at the I forget, is it at the convention?
Convention.
Convention
Yeah.
Center. Yeah.
At the convention center, both Saturday and Sunday, Saturday the 13th and Sunday the 14th.
Yeah, and we'll be at the Laurelhurst Bazaar. That's a big one
It's an earlier in September. If you'd like,
in December.
we
Yeah,
can
if you
give
could
you
send me a list, I can add
yeah,
that to the description.
yeah.
And your Etsy shop, if you can send me the link to that, I'll include that in the description box
Okay.
below so that people
Okay.
can find you guys and, purchase some of your very adorable crafts.
Yeah.
And do you have any
Yeah.
others you'd like to share?
Yeah, we
Yeah,
have the what my mom makes,
these
these trees.
trees. These are made with recycled wool sweaters, and they're, just cut individually, and they have a wire so you can bend them.
We have
And
our ornaments. We have a lot of different ones that we do, all with felt or recycled wool sweaters. So they're really light and
yeah, different. We have different themes. We
yeah.
have animals, foxes, mushroom, and all kinds of
Can you guys hold up a
ornaments. And
couple? You hold up one, Marcella, and you hold up one, Sienna, so
yeah,
that I can get a great thumbnail and get your heads together.
Yeah.
Move your heads together. Yeah, like that. And smile big so we can add a beautiful thumbnail. Thank you guys. I
Yeah.
just want to say thank you guys for spending time with me today. And this, I'll send you a link to this so that you can share it with your family and friends. And I just hope people will get out and support small business and creators and people that are
that'd be great.
actually making healthy, fun things for kids,
Mhm.
especially. So I just
Yeah,
want to say thank you. And I hope to see you at one of these upcoming fairs, probably
yeah,
Scan Fair, because
yeah,
we go to a lot of Scandinavian festivals because my husband's Danish. So uh,
yeah.
Yep.
I just want to say thank you, and I hope to see you guys soon. So thanks
Yeah.
for joining me.
Thank
Bye.
you.